should be fantastic. Today, we're going to start our very own Pokemon adventure. Now, when you do start your Pokemon adventure, the very first thing that you do, well, you wake up from bed and your parents kick you out of the front door and they say, go on your adventure at the ripe age of 9 years old, go fight animals in the wilderness. It's kind of crazy, but that's what happens. And your first stop on your Pokemon adventure is to the Poke Center at your local town. Now, today, my name is Professor Kevin, and I am going to be giving you so many options. Indeed, I'm going to be giving you this many options. I think mine is one,
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait.
To start your Pokemon adventure. Normally, you go to the Poke Center, they give you 3 options. We got more for you today. And in fact, we're going to go through the science of each and every one. So you're going to have the most informed decision on how to start your Pokemon adventure.
Can I get Squirtle?
So let's go ahead and get started. Now, for the rest of the show, there's going to be, actually, who here has seen the Pokemon TV show or the anime before? Okay, you all know that bit that they do in between commercial breaks. There'll be a silhouette of a Pokemon that comes up and all the kids shout, who is that Pokemon? Do we know this bit?
Yeah!
We're going to do that a couple times throughout the show. I'm actually going to practice on this first one right now. So as soon as that silhouette comes out, I want my whole audience to shout, who is that Pokemon? All right, so 3, 2, 1.
Who's that Pokemon?
Kadabra, yeah. Fantastic. It is indeed Kadabra. Now,
Wait,
this is
what?
going to be our tester Pokemon, so we're not going to deep dive too much into Kadabra, because he's all about the science of telekinesis, or the magic of telekinesis. But this is our Pokédex entry. We're going to take a look at a couple of Pokédex entries throughout the show, so on and so forth. So, that is our first Pokemon. You got 4 more to go. You all know your job for real this time. In 3, 2, 1.
Who's that Pokemon? Zubat.
Yes, indeed. It is indeed Zubat. Let's take a look and a deep dive on that Pokédex entry. So, Zubat is a bat Pokemon. It has neither eyes nor nose. It emits ultrasonic cries that bounce back to its large ears. Now, there's something striking about this particular animal, and that is that it's just a bat, right? This is a Pokemon creature, it's a first-generation Pokemon, and they're already out of ideas. This is wild. So this is a real-life animal. Let's take a look at what that real-life animal actually does and looks like. Like we mentioned earlier, for the Pokédex entry of Zubat, it emits ultrasonic cries. Essentially, what that can be boiled down to is just little noises, right? You and I make ultrasonic cries as well. It's just the noises that we make with our mouths. The bats as well do this thing. They make little tiny chirps that they can hear acutely with their ears. Those chirps bounce back off of objects like, for example, moths in the air or trees or other obstacles that would be in their way while they're flying. They can hear that reverberation of sound and locate that sound. Our ears also do something similar. So what I want to do is hold up these 2 noisemakers right here. They make a very silly noise, but in the loudness of this room, it's going to be a little bit difficult for us to hear. So I want us all to listen really closely. So those of you in the front row can probably hear that well. Those of you in the back probably cannot hear it at all. But what I want